These are my settings using the REALVR thanks to Luke Ross mod for Cyberpunk 2077 patch 2.31. I'm running the mod right now, as you can see, this time using SteamVR. Long story long, I had issues with SteamVR not working. I was using virtual desktop. I just completed playing the game and beating it in VR using virtual desktop. Started finicking around and I found out that SteamVR works for me. I'm gonna show you how. Quick little tip, if you ever get kind of tired of being in 3D stereoscopic virtual reality world, you can come in here, go to settings and just change your resolution to 1920 by 1080, and then you can play flat. All right, so what you're looking at right now is my desktop view, but what you see right here is literally what I see in my headset using SteamVR. These are my resolutions in when I game. All the way, not 3088 no more. I have moved up thanks to SteamVR. I'm rocking the 3472 by 3472. Not just thanks to SteamVR. I'm gonna show you why in a little bit. Go ahead and press boom boom. Apply is gonna do its thing. And this, if you ever have this same issue where if you have two screens and when you do this, can you even see me? Hold on. Yeah. You can't. You see, if I show my desktop, the game is spilling over to my second screen. All you have to do to fix that is open up your settings, go to display, go down to your any screen, just move it a little bit, press apply, and it fixes that glitch. So that's a good little hint for those that has that problem, which I looked it up and there were a few people that had that same problem. But now it's fixed. It's just like a little glitch. So this is my desktop view. Let's go into, well, actually we don't really need to because you can see it from here. Would you be able to see my, yes, you will be able to see it. That's great. Okay. So you see what it says right here? Open VR Legacy. That's what I'm rocking. I was rocking the Oculus Meta when I was using virtual desktop and it worked quite well. But now using OpenVR Legacy, which is not supported, by the way, and it hasn't been updated in years. Once you click on that, it's going to bring a whole bunch of prompts telling you, are you sure you want to do it? It hasn't been updated, yada, yada, yada. Ignore those prompts. Just accept and go for it. For me, it works using my current setup. OpenVR Legacy, mono mode. And boy, oh boy, it is giving me 90 frames per second, as you can see down there on the bottom right corner with a 45 ms latency, bro. And it just looks beautiful, beautiful. My graphics on in-game DLS set to performance. You have to make sure that you're on performance if you're going to rock a higher resolution. If you rock a higher resolution like this and you put this to balance or quality, it's going to die out. You won't be able to go into VR. It's going to glitch. You'll probably get like 5 frames per second. So this is a trick. Performance in DLS, everything ray tracing off, everything literally low except for the 2 level of details and mirror quality. Let me go into VR. Let me show you my screen for VR. Cool. So, oh man, this looks amazing. Okay, so if you haven't catched it yet, I went live a few days ago to play, just because I found out that SteamVR works for my headset using the open VR legacy mode. And I was so excited. I went live on YouTube and I played the quest for Judy. And boy, oh boy, you do not want to miss that. It was pretty fun. Me and Judy, we went scuba diving, and then we got into a little I don't know how to say it, but just go check it out. It was a really fun quest. Story time. Let me open up my mod menu. I tried OpenXR, right? As you can see, OpenXR. When I try OpenXR, which it gives me an issue where like my mini map and my menu will be like cross-sided. And I remember when I tried OpenXR, I was in the menu, so I was looking cross-sided, and I was like, oh, this is not working, blah, blah, blah. But I never went in the game. Remember to try out your settings in the game. So a few days ago, I tried it out in the game. I'm like, let me just switch to OpenXR. And when I'm not going to switch it now because I have my resolution pretty high and I'm running the OpenVR legacy with it, and I don't want it to like go crazy. But try OpenXR for you and see if it works. Your menus might look cross-eyed, and let's say when you're playing, your mini map might look warpy, but if your 3D stereoscopic is looking fantastic, you're good. But I did, however, notice that using OpenXR, my latency went up to like 100 compared to what I have now, 50. I'd rather just play with OpenVR Legacy. Keep in mind, OpenXR looks fantastic. But how better do you want it to look? It already looks great with OpenVR Legacy running at that high resolution DLS performance mode. So that's my story. A quick recap. REALVR, OpenVR Legacy using mono mode. Okay. Go into your menu with OpenXR. Oh man, this menu right here will look cross-eyed. So you will have to like close one eye to like use the menu. So 3472 by 3472 graphics, DLS performance, graphics all the way low except for level of detail high. Keep in mind when you first go into VR, start small, you know, start at 1920 by 1920 and work your way up. I went ahead thinking, oh, I have a beefy PC, I can just, you know, and I went all the way up without like trying things, and it would not load, it would not work. You know what? Let me show my desktop. As you can see, I forgot to mention, do you see my GPU usage right now? I have room to breathe. My GPU has room to breathe using my current setup, my current settings. GPU at 80%. Yo, what more can you ask for? And I'm recording. I can stream if I want. I can open up a browser and do other things if I want. But yeah, there you have it. These are my settings using the REALVR thanks to Luke Ross mod for Cyberpunk 2077 patch 2.31. Thank you for watching. I'm outie. Peace.